Hello, and welcome to another episode of the new Comic Book Day preview show here at Flashpoint Comics and Games. I do look like a mess. My wife was like, "You have to get a haircut this week," and I'm like, "Yeah, you're probably right." We just got through MegaCon. If you guys noticed, I didn't get a chance to do an FOC show, so I felt really bad about that. And I've been in the store. I'm actually strategically not giving you guys any type of sneak peek. I'm just giving you a white wall with the AC unit on there. But yeah, guys, I just want to say we're close. We still plan on opening on the 22nd. It'll be a grand opening. I know we won't have our sign above the store yet because that requires city permits, all that good stuff. But everything inside the store will be good to go. Comics, games, board games, tables ready to play. We'll have our TCG order in by then. We'll announce our first couple of play days, like what our Lorcana Day on the schedule will be, what our board game night on the schedule will be, our systems like that. So we're very excited to get that underway. And with that being said, I'm going to do the new Comic Book Day preview show. The books are behind me on the table, and I'm kind of just going to do this a little unorthodox and come on here and show them to you guys. This is the week before the first Wednesday where I plan on being open for a store. I do plan on being open on the 19th, new Comic Book Day, the 19th of Wednesday. So I ordered up a little bit, and your next week's show, you'll see a lot of more books. So this is definitely more than you're used to seeing. This show will probably run a little longer than you're used to seeing it. But with that being said, here are the new comic books for the week of February 12th. All right, so DC hits us with all of the absolutes. We have Absolute Batman number 5, A cover. Then Absolute Batman number 2 gets a third printing. We do still have first printings. Absolute Batman number 1 gets a 5th printing with Jim Lee. Awesome Jim Lee cover from the foil from number 1. And then Batman did have Absolute Batman had 2 more variants. We have Joelle Jones. And then Clayman with Shotgun Batman. So those are the Absolute Batman covers. And then you have Absolute Superman number 1 getting a reprint with the Jim Lee variant. You'll see a theme with the reprints of number 1 of Absolutes. Wonder Woman, Absolute Wonder Woman number 1, Jim Lee variant reprint. This is the 4th printing. Superman is the 3rd printing. Those are Jim Lee variants. And oh, Absolute Wonder Woman number 3. Absolute Wonder Woman number 3. And then Amazing Spider-Man 129 got a facsimile. This is the first appearance of Punisher. So you're going to see regular. And then for $8.99, the foil of the first appearance of Punisher. Facsimile edition. Marvel Comics. I've got Aquaman number 2. I hope Eric's watching this. My buddy Eric watching on Instagram. So we got Aquaman number 2. If you did not read Aquaman number 1, we have a bunch of copies still. And my good friend Jeremy Adams is the writer. One of the best writers in comics right now. So you have Aquaman number 2, The Dark Tide, Jeremy Adams, John Timms, Match Made in Heaven, great book, AAA team. And then Eric, I know, got the Tula Latoy variant for number 1. This is the Tula Latoy variant for number 2. So I don't know if Eric's watching. If Eric ends up popping back in later, I'll show it off to him. Let's see. So we did Aquaman. So we have Batman Dark Patterns number 3. Batman Dark Patterns number 3. This is Dan Waters. This is the end of the first case. So essentially the end of the first story arc. Batman Dark Patterns. If you like crime books, that's that. And then Black Lightning number 4. Beautiful art by Fico Osio. Check that out. This is a book I'm very excited about. If you're a fan of Jason Aaron, you're going to want to check this out. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, and if there's any Absolute Wonder Woman fans, I do have the Absolute Wonder Woman number 1, 4th printing, 1 in 25, black and white. I'm going to put it in the store at $32.99, but if anybody on this show wants it, I will happily part with it at $27.99. So $5 off, I think. All right, so this week's indie pick for me is Bug Wars number 1 by Jason Aaron. Cool concept, kind of like that battling of. Hey, David Summy, how are you doing? So Jason Aaron has written Thor, has written Avengers, has written Ninja Turtles. So check out his self-created book, Bug Wars, and then there is a beautiful Peach Momoko variant. Peach Momoko. And then Marvel is coming out strong this week with 2 books. One World Under Doom, which I am currently, I need to pick it. It's at the warehouse. The shipment came late and I was already here at the store. So tomorrow I will pick this up. Thankfully, from now on, I should be able to get shipments here. With that being said, guys, I am going to go ahead and show you guys the other Marvel pick that I think is good for this week. And that is Eddie Brock Carnage. So there's a cover. Eddie Brock Carnage, written by Charles Soule. So he's got a good pedigree to his name. So that's the A cover. Then you've got the Humberto Ramos wraparound. Sick cover. And it wraps around just a tiny bit. Just enough to call it a wraparound, but not enough to miss out on the art. But that is a sick cover. We got the Chris Giandy cover. Like that. Todd Knock iconic cover, homaging, is that McFarlane? Boom, boom. Then we have this variant cover. We got a Mark Bagley foil. This one is $8.99. We do have a blank variant if you want a good Carnage drawn by Elias Gambit Melendez on the grand opening on February 22nd. Get that done. He charges $20 for pencils and then I think $50 for colors. Check it out. And then I do have the 1 in 25 for that book. I have that going for $16.99. That is the 1 in 25 for Eddie Brock Carnage number 1. So if you want any of those, just let us know. Dun, 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 dun. Thank you all for watching. We appreciate this. Is going to be a little unorthodox because I don't have everything in place yet. I don't have the studio, so I'm kind of running around, but I appreciate y'all sticking with me. DC also came out with some non-absolute stuff that I thought was very good. So I'm going to make sure to show that to you guys now. But I want to show off another cool indie pick. This is Cyberpunk 2077 Psycho Squad. I just watched that anime this past year. It wrecked me emotionally. But I think it's good that they're continuing this in comic book form. This is a cool variant cover, very Terminator. But this is issue 1 of Cyberpunk 2077 Psycho Squad. Then DC versus Vampires World War Z Darkness and Light. So it is a one-shot. A one-shot of DC versus Vampires World War V. So check that out. Fantastic Four number 2 facsimile edition. Or as I like to call them, the $4.99 editions. And then there is an $8.99 foil for that. And then what I think is DC's good book this week is Green Lantern Corps. This is the A cover. This is also written by Jeremy Adams, who is a veteran Green Lantern writer, just one of the best, the Jeff Johns of our generation. This is a Dave Wilkins cover featuring Joe, Jessica, and John. Then you have the Ariella Leviti cover featuring just John. Great John Stewart. Then you have a Nathan Thursday variant featuring Jessica and Kyle. And then you do have a foil version of that Thursday for $6.99, so it's $2 more, but you get that minty foilness. And then Charles Soule and Ryan Brown's indie follow-up to 8 Billion Genies, The Lucky Devils, #2 is out. There's an A cover. There's a B cover. And if you missed out on the first print, there is a second print. If you're a completionist, there is a second print. If you missed out on the first print and you don't want a second print, I still have first prints. So just let us know that you want one. I do still have the Frank Miller cover and the A cover. And then the last couple books are honestly just reprints and Transformers. Not this Transformers is a good book, but the other one's a reprint. So New Gods #1 is getting reprinted. There's the A cover. We have plenty of first prints, but I did want to get this awesome Evan Cagle foil cover, so we have that. And then Transformers 17. It's kind of a key. So there's the Mike Spicer variant cover. And then there's the A cover. Something happens in this book, so check it out. Transformers 17. So that is everything for this week. Hey, Eric! I just want to show you Aquaman #2, Tula Latoy variant featuring Mira. I thought you might like that. So I did not do a show last week. So real quickly, I'm going to go through last week's books. Yeah, Mike Spicer is a cool dude, Rob. So last week, we got a new Star Wars book from Marvel. We got Legacy of Vader. So there's an A cover by Derek Chu. There's the Jedi Knight sneak preview variant featuring a sneak preview of a Jedi Knight. You have your E.M. Gist variant. You have your Woo variant. And then you have your Black History Month variant. This is a mini series. This is issue 1. This is the beginning. And then I do have a 1 in 25 done by the super talented John Jang, who I got to meet and get a remark from at MegaCon this past weekend. So I have this at $24.99 is the 1 in 25 for Star Wars Legacy of Vader. I'm very excited about this book. It's not often that we get a good... and this is also written by Charles Soule. How he has the time to do all this, I do not know. But Charles Soule kind of cut his teeth on Star Wars. So it's good to see him return to the Star Wars titles. All right, so let me show you some other guys from last week. Power Rangers Prime #3. This is the Red Ranger Inhyuk Lee variant. Love that variant. Then I have the Nike Hello Darkness Jenny Frieson #7 variant. It's Nike, so it's in a bag for your eyes only. But it's Jenny Frieson. It's $7.99. I have Power Man Timeless #1 Black History Month variant. I think that's Ken Lashley. Power Man. Laura Kinney Wolverine #1 second printing. Beautiful cover. Then we have all new Venom #1 second printing featuring the gold emblem. I do still have some first printings. Ultimate Universe 1 year in second printing of the was this Chichetto? Of the spoiler variants. I do not have first printings of this. But grab that while it's hot. Thank you guys for watching on Instagram. Rob, Eric, Reese, Gordon. Gordon, what's up, buddy? So Batgirl number 4 has a great A cover by David Talaski, but I really like the variant cover by Sozomaika. Beautiful cover. Two-Face number 3 is out. We do still have 1s and 2s on that. Written by Tom King. Or sorry, Mark Wade. Or Christian Ward. I'm so sorry. Shazam number 20. This is the In-Hyuk Lee variant featuring Billy and Shazam. We're going to have this whole series. I like this series of covers. I like In-Hyuk Lee as well. And then there is a Mark Spears variant out there. I only have one of these. So if you're that Mark Spears head out there that is been collecting them all, I actually think this is one of his better works. So check that out. Hey ya, Gordon. Poison Ivy number 30. I've got the Jenny Frison cover. And then I have the Pablo Villalobos cover, which I actually like. So this is a flip book. It's like 2 stories. See that? See what it just did there? So that's a flip book. So that's unique and cool and exciting. Justice League, The Atom Project, number 2. I do still have some number 1s. I love Ryan Choi and Ray Palmer. Brandon Ralph was just at MegaCon. JSA number 4, Dr. Midnight captured by the Injustice Society. JSA number 4, written by Jeff Lemire. Great little series there. I love the JSA. Batman 157, Mitch Gerard's variant. This is the Hush variant. I actually think Kalani might end up wanting this, so I'm going to give Kalani right of first refusal. I think he watches on YouTube. But if you do still want this, go ahead and comment. You'll get second dibs. But I believe Kalani is going to get first dibs because I do think he wanted all the Hush variants. There's that. Absolute Superman number 4. I think this Roz variant is sick. Roz always does a phenomenal job. Like, check that out. So that is Absolute Superman number 4. And then there is Absolute Superman number 4 A cover by Rafael Sandoval, who was also at MegaCon. MegaCon had some of the best comic artists and writers out there. It was nuts. Poison Ivy number 30, foil cover. This is $6.99. It's a foil cover by, I want to say it's Jessica Fong. Yep, Jessica Fong. Beautiful foil cover, $6.99. Batman The Long Halloween number 1 facsimile. We're going back to Long Halloween. Kind of the weird time. Thought you would have printed this in October, but it's okay. And this is the regular cover facsimile. They are a retail price of $4.99. And then there is a foil variant for $6.99 of the Long Halloween. And then I do want to show off. I don't usually show off trades. We will be getting a lot more trades now that we are open for business or about to be open for business. Let me not get too ahead of myself. But this is one of my favorites. DC Finest collecting Teen Titans, the Judas Contract. Judas Contract is kind of, as many of you may know, that Terra run with Deathstroke where she befriends them, then betrays them. If you ever ended up watching the 2000s Teen Titans series, it gets adapted actually very well there without a little bit of the weirdness that 1980s writing could have led. But this is a masterpiece. This was actually 83, 84. Mark Wolfman, George Perez. This is all of that run for $39.99. He collects New Teen Titans 33 through 40, the annual, Tales from the Teen Titans 41 through 47, Tales of the Teen Titans Annual 4, Action Comics 546, Batman the Outsiders 5, Vigilante 3, and Pages from World's Finest Comics 300. I just have to say, guys, like I like it. I like it. Absolute Superman is awesome. What up, Brady boy? But yeah, Teen Titans. This is also when Nightwing gets his disco suit. Disco, Nightwing. Disco. All right, let me get a sip of this water. If you're watching on YouTube, chime in. I actually have not streamed on YouTube all that much, but it seems to be where we get most of our viewers. Actually, it looks like or sorry, not YouTube, Instagram. If you're on Instagram, chime in. It looks like Facebook and Instagram. So let me show off a couple of the cool things. Actually, this is the last thing from last week I'll show off. This is the Rock and Roll Biographies Linkin Park comic book, but this is the 1 in 10 metal edition. And when I say metal, I don't mean like Linkin Park was metal. I mean like that's a metal cover. So I have it at $29.99. I looked at comps on eBay and everything like that. Obviously a really unique book, but I put it at $29.99. And it's got a great cover of Chester on there. So and then I want to show you what's up, Brady. I want to show you guys what I got signed at MegaCon. Most of this, I think all of this is for sale. If I do not say a price, feel free to ask me because it means I haven't attributed how much the signature cost yet to the price. But this is Amazing Fantasy number 1000, and this is the Peach Momoko variant. And I was able to get this signed by artist Marco Cicchetto, who was the penciler on the You Got It story on this. He's also a penciler on lots and lots of Daredevil. So I have this at $12.99. This was originally a $7.99 book, so an $8 book. So $4 for the signature. $12.99. And actually, this is what's good for me. I'm gonna actually go ahead and price them as I go, eh? The $12.99 for the Amazing Fantasy Peach Momoko. All right, Aquaman number 1. We talked about Aquaman number 2 being out this week. What's up, Eric? Did you end up seeing the awesome Aquaman cover? Speaking of, so that's Aquaman number 2. Aquaman number 1, I did get a couple copies signed by John Timms, the artist. So that's the person who did this cover, did all of the interiors, has been doing DC work for a long time. That is John Timms. The book is $3.99, so I will do the signed copies at $7.99. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I'm gonna price this at $9.99 in the store, but if anybody on here claims one, you guys get it at $7.99. $7.99 is kind of a weird number, but like I felt good about it, and if you guys feel good about it, then that's all that really matters. Hey, what, Eric? Also. Nope, that's not that. Got you that, buddy. Can't wait for you to come by the store. I got your hoodie too. I just don't want to take it out of the bag just in case it gets dirty. Eric is going to be the only person in the world that has a white Flashpoint hoodie. Which one did you want, Eric? Was it the signed one or the Mira cover? Because the Mira cover is really pretty. While Eric does that, there you go, multitask. I'm multitasking all day, Gordon. So this is something I'm going to sell as a set. So this is Nice House by the Sea 1, 2, and 3. Nice House by the Sea 1, 2, and 3. And this is signed by James Tynan and Martin Alvaro Bueno. So both of those guys, right? So number 1 is signed by both of them. Number 2 is signed by both of them. And number 3 is signed by both of them. So I'm going to do this set in the store at $30. So $29.99 for the set of 3. They're double signed. James Tynan typically charges about $10 for a signature. And I think Alvaro charges $5. So that's already just $15 bucks per signature on the books. So $29.99 for those. All right, Eric, I will make sure to hold on. Let me change the price down to $7.99 so I don't overcharge you. All right, Eric. Boom, boom. Got you and got you, Eric. You're good, my friend. Hope to see you tomorrow or well, tomorrow, Eric, we're going to be partying, man. So hopefully you get a chance to come by. We will be doing I saw Chris just joined in on Instagram. Tomorrow, Wednesday, from probably I think Marco's opens at 12. So let's just say from 12 to like 7, maybe 8, we'll be in the store organizing comic books. Nobody has to lift anything heavy. We're just organizing comic books. But I will be getting Marco's pizza for everybody. Full disclosure, tomorrow apparently is a full moon. So Marco's Pizza does half off pizzas. So I'm just going to if you like mushroom pizza, you get a whole mushroom pizza. You know, if you like pineapples on your pizza and nobody else likes pineapples on your pizza, well, you're going to get a pineapple pizza and you're just going to enjoy it because you're going to organize some comic books, make some bags and boards, no heavy labor, just help. You know, it takes a village. So, Eric, I got those 2 pulled for you. So I have the Nice House on the Lake set going for $29.99. Magic #1 David Nakayama variant with David Nakayama signing it on the Soul Sword. So this is a $4.99 book, but David Nakayama's signature is I want to say $10. So this will be a $14.99 book in the store. If anybody on here wants it, I would do it for $12.99, including anybody that says they saw it on YouTube. Let's see. Oh, more David Nakayama goodness. So this is David Nakayama Harley Quinn #45. And then he did the signature to match all the splatter because you see that's not his signature, that is. So this will also be $14.99. But if anybody on the show wants it, $12.99 again. Willing to hook you all up. I was very hard pressed to not want to keep this book for my personal collection, but this is Flash #800, David Nakayama. Beautiful cover. Beautiful, beautiful cover. Flash 800. So this was a $5.99 book, but I'll still do it at $14.99. And if anybody on the show wants it, if anyone on the show wants it, you guys can get it at $12.99. Hey, Chris, did you end up getting to go to that portfolio review at MegaCon? Let me know. So this is Flash #2, signed by Bjorn Barnes. Bjorn, my friend, Bjorn. And this one will also be $14.99. Again, $12.99 if anybody wants it. Dun, 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 dun. All right. And this one is John Jang. Beautiful John Jang Flash. And then he signed it right there. This was, so I want to say John Jang's signature is $20. So I'm just going to go ahead and make this a $25 book. You guys essentially, I got his signature for you and you get in the book. And yeah, it's retail. Not making any money on that, but that's fine. I really like John. I wanted to make sure he did the remark for me, and I wanted to get his signature on that. So that is available. It is just a little bit more expensive, and it's just based on the signature. This is Flash #759, and it's signed by In-Hyuk Lee. So In-Hyuk Lee's signature is actually a little bit cheaper. So that will be a $14.99 book. It was originally a $3.99 book. That is a $14.99 Flash. And then I'm going to put this up for sale. If it doesn't sell, it's just going to go in the store. David Nakayama signed this beautiful Zatanna cover, and he signed it for Flashpoint Comics. I will happily put this up in the store, but I wanted to offer it to anybody if anybody really wants something like that. I honestly thought he should have written to Infinity and Beyond, because that would have been so cool, right? But I'll do it for $12.99 to anybody on the show. But there's that. And then last but not least, I'm just going to quickly show off the exclusive covers we swooped up at the show. I want to say most of these are going to be $20. And if you're buying multiples, I'll probably knock $1 off or something like that. So we have Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver #1, Peach Momoko variant. Beautiful cover. Then we have Edge of Spider-Verse #1, Peach Momoko variant. I think that's a beautiful Gwen Stacy. Spider-Gwen, should I say. And then we also have Star Wars The Mandalorian #5, Peach Momoko with Ahsoka Tano. Ahsoka. I think this is a beautiful cover. As much as I like the Gwen, I can't say that Ahsoka is not done perfectly in that. Then I am going to have the #1 variant cover for Women of Marvel featuring Rogue. This was an extra size book. Beautiful variant. These are all exclusives from MegaCon. Then we have Miles Morales Spider-Man #3 with him looking at a Gwen Stacy. Those Momokos are, yeah, I was hype about those, Travis. This is Miles looking at some graffiti of Gwen. I want to say, is that one Ivan Tal? No, this one's Ivan Tal. And I think this one's Ivan Tal. This is Miles Morales Spider-Man #1. Ivan Tal. And then speaking of the second print of Ultimate Universe 1 year in, this is a first print exclusive Unknown Comics Ultimate Universe 1 year in variant by is this, it's not Alan Quah, I think that's Scan. But I liked it a lot. Who did that Rogue Marvel cover? I want to say Sabine. No, it wasn't Sabine Rich. Oh, I don't know why I'm sitting here looking at this thing as if I don't have a picture of it on my phone from when I bought it. So give me 1 second, Travis, and I will do the easier bit of research that I should have done a second ago. And that is the end of the books, guys. I do want to make a couple of announcements here at the end. But let me get that answer for Travis. That cover was done by Stephanie Hans, Scott's Collectibles. Love Stephanie Hans. Big fan. She's been doing some good covers on the Daredevil, the red, the polybagged red band Daredevil. She's been doing some good covers. That reminds me, I did not bring it into the store today, but I did want to show you guys the piece we got done for the store. So it obviously looks better in person. This will hang either below or above the TV here in the store. It'll be the centerpiece. We have Inhyuk Lee in there, John Jang, Anthony Marquez, Lucas Meyer, and Alan Quah, Garrett Gunn, John Timms, Andrew Robinson, and then a lot of signatures. Very excited for that to exist in the store. And then the other thing I wanted to tell you guys is Flashpoint Comics and Games has an address officially, and Flashpoint Comics and Games also officially has a phone number. We have a phone. This is not my phone. This is my phone. So this is my phone. This is an iPhone. So like I'm a little slow. I'm not the best with it. You know what I'm saying? It happens. And we got it. All right. But I am gonna share with you guys the phone number for Flashpoint. And I'm going to simultaneously put it in the chat. The new phone number for Flashpoint is 407 340 2689. And you can call or text the store during any store business hours, and we will answer. And you can text the phone line after business hours. And if I am available, I will answer. And if not, I promise I won't answer the next day. So that right now the phone does come with me home. I will admit once the store gets running, it will stay in the store. So your response. If you send a text at 10 o'clock at night, you'll get it in the morning when the person comes in to check it, which is realistically me. But I do want to put that number up there, 407-340-2689. And then don't forget, the grand opening is Saturday, February 22nd, here at Flashpoint Comics and Games, Winter Springs, 855 East State Road 434, Suite 1129, Winter Springs, Florida 32708. Come see us in Winter Springs. We'll have Eliot Gambit Melendez doing sketches for kids. We'll have sketch cards. It's going to be awesome. And with that being said, guys, if you have any questions, let me know. Finally got an Apple iPhone. That's Lauren's. I don't want to say it's an iPhone like 11 or something old. When you're going to show off the Zune, dude, I wish I still had my Zune. People are selling the Halo Zune from like 2008 for like $300, whether it works or not. And I'm kind of salty that it's not like $20 and I can't just own a brick. But, anyways, with that being said, guys, take it easy. Collect what you love. You'll never regret a day in your life. And hopefully, you'll see some more updates. If you're following us on Instagram, you saw a lot of updates today. So keep following us on Instagram, Flashpoint Comics and Games, or on Facebook. And with that being said, guys, Flash out.